More than 220,000 faithful are expected to attend Pope Francis's open-air mass in the border city Ciudad Juarez on Wednesday. Cronkite News reporter Mauricio Casillas met up with a Phoenix family that made the trek to be a part of the historic moment.
Construction workers put the finishing touches on the altar Pope Francis will use for his final mass in Mexico. This Phoenix couple has tickets, and they've driven 7 hours to be in Juarez.
I'm just very excited to be able to get near, and feel the blessings.
It's a homecoming for Serio, who was born and raised here. He believes the Pope will help the city overcome its turbulent past.
We are in the middle of the desert, and it's a thirsty city. It's thirsty of justice and hope and mercy, and this is the message the Pope is going to bring to us.
Serio, like many in Juarez, has experienced the impact of drug violence firsthand. His next-door neighbor was killed by a gang member, and his younger brother died from drug abuse.
It was really hard for my family. He went for a couple rehabs. He tried to do that, and he cannot make it, and he ended up, losing his life.
The one thing Serio wants to hear from the Pope:
a message of peace and reconciliation, a mercy.
This altar behind me is the closest that Pope Francis will be to the American border, about 50 yards away from El Paso, Texas. Now, he's expected to talk about the migrant issues, and he's also going to be praying for El Paso, the United States, and the thousands of immigrants that have died trying to come across the border.
We need to be heard. As immigrants, for myself, I'm an immigrant, my parents were immigrants, and we should all be able to have a better life.
During his visit in Mexico, Pope Francis has emphasized that he wants to be an instrument of peace.
The Pope is coming to bring us hope, and it's light at the end of the tunnel.
People are expected to line up at 6 in the morning at this site the day of the Mass, even though the Pope won't show up until late afternoon. In Ciudad Juarez, Mexico, I'm Mauricio Casillas, Cronkite News.